Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will.
What's good, YouTube? It's me and your boy James.
Yep.
And we just got done. We're in the parking lot. It's about 9:30, and we're going to give you our first impressions. James, what's the first thing you think?
Better than Shazam, that's for damn sure.
It was better than Shazam.
It was better than Shazam.
Way better than Shazam. And you see we're both Marveled out.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Marvel. What did you like about the movie? What didn't you like?
You know, there are all kinds of things I've always wanted to see. In every Marvel movie, I said someday I want to see that happen. Mm-hmm. It happened.
Okay.
It happened. You know, there are certain you have certain dream things that don't, but there are certain scenes that
you can talk about them. This is a spoiler. We're going to say all that stuff in this.
Everyone who has ever seen anything with Captain America has said, "I want to see him pick up Thor's hammer."
Yep.
It happens.
He picks up that hammer.
That's the kind of thing that, you know, they gave us a lot of fan service.
They
did.
Like,
this is the scene that you've always wanted to see. We're going to give you that scene. They gave you Captain America wielding Thor's hammer.
Having said that, no movie is perfect.
No.
This movie was not a perfect movie.
No.
And in all honesty, those of you that loved Infinity War, this is probably not going to beat out Infinity War for you.
Yep.
Simply because the pacing and the tone in the first 2 hours was very slow. You have to be someone who loves a story narrative to really, really have found gumption in the first 2 hours of the movie.
This is still a great movie.
It is great.
It's not as great as Infinity War.
No, you're going to have more fun at Infinity War, but this movie pulls on your heartstrings a whole lot more. It is an emotional roller coaster from start to finish.
Have you ever seen a more manipulative movie in that regard? There was a lady behind us. I wanted to go get her a paper bag to breathe into.
Yeah.
She was losing all control of emotions.
She was.
I didn't, you know, and maybe it's because I was expecting to, that I never really got pushed that far. Mm-hmm. But there are emotions. I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
You know, just like if you saw Infinity War, you know when they're in the battle and suddenly Thor arrives and you get those goosebumps. There are 3 or 4 scenes that give you the same sensation.
That's right.
That being said, I looked forward to seeing this movie even more than I enjoyed actually seeing it.
Yeah, yeah. So some of you, the expectation ain't gonna be there. You might have, what's the nicest way to say it, had greater expectations of what you thought the movie would be, and then when you get here, some of those things don't get pushed. But having said that, there are a lot of things that do happen in the movie that you're not going to expect, and there are a lot of things that don't happen in the movie that you're not going to expect.
What's your rating?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it an 8 too. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch it again. I liked Infinity War more. It's a great movie.
Are you gonna tell them who died?
You know, we got to save something, so I think we'll save that.
Who died? It was Thor. See, the fans said it was Thor, but we're gonna let y'all roll with what they said. They thought it was Thor. So we made a prediction that this movie would make $3 billion. I'm here to tell you, it's not gonna make that much money.
No, you know, and let me say this. I still think this movie was an 8, but if you take this movie and Infinity War and put it together as one movie, it would still be a 10.
Okay.
Infinity War was that good. This was a great ending. This is truly a capstone on all the movies leading up to it.
Right.
Let's
tell them some things that we didn't like. For me, they tried to push the envelope with the humor a little too much. There's going to be a particular situation with Thor that a lot of you guys are not going to be satisfied with. I don't want to give it all away, but they went a little too far trying to be humorous with Thor. Did you like the stuff they did with Thor?
You know, they crossed that line. Thor Ragnarok was a movie where
to me that was perfect.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Some of the comedy it was a little too slapstick for me. This one also, it sort of neanders that line of that was funny, but it broke up the tension of a really good serious scene. Not what ruined it for me though.
What ruined it?
I was offended by their use of the Hulk. I was outright offended by it.
So all my Hulk fans, it's no secret that he is going to be Professor Hulk. But that's the only Hulk you're going to get. You're not going to get World Breaker Hulk. You're not going to get a Hulk that's going to rage out
at any point.
At any point.
At any point.
And get his vengeance on Thanos. You're not going to get that Hulk. That was a big letdown. And
You know, if they had given us that, I might have pushed this up to a 9.
yeah, because
I might have.
because a lot of us wanted to see him get his get back from
Yeah.
what happened in the first movie, and he's
Yeah.
never done that.
No, not at all.
Not at all. He didn't do that. This movie is really about, as Infinity War was about the narrative of Thanos, this movie is really and truly about the narrative of the Avengers, in particular, Captain America.
Yes, and they brought his story came to the perfect end.
It did.
Let me
It
say
did.
this: you're not going to see Captain America anymore based on this movie. Mm-hmm. But
Well,
his
there-
ending is perfect. It's the ending you want to see with him.
We will spoil this. There are about 4 Avengers you're probably not going to see anymore because they kind of ended their bookend in this movie.
Yes.
But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Still go see it. You're probably not going to want to see it 5 times because of the pacing and the tone in the first 2 hours. But that last hour, that last great battle is really, really satisfying.
You will get goosebumps.
You're gonna
I'll give
get
it that.
goosebumps, yep.
And people around you are going to cry. I didn't didn't even. Yes, I could look at it and say this is a sad scene, but I was never.
True.
I felt like this was a necessary sadness that I didn't feel like upset. Like,
Exactly.
I wasn't suffering a loss. It was
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
That needed to happen.
We wasn't having allergy attacks in there sniffling.
No.
And we're both married men, so it's okay for us to cry.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't get that emotion invoked. But we want to hear what you guys
Yeah.
think. If you've seen it already, leave us comments. If you're going to go see it, let us know how you feel. Anything in closing, James?
It's still a great movie. I know people are going to get in the comments. They're going to be like, "You all hate it. I can't believe it. You all don't even know what you're watching." This was a great movie.
We didn't say we
it was
hated
a solid 8 out of 10.
Definitely.
Infinity War was a 10 out of 10.
Definitely.
And if you just watch them one after the other, all together, it's a 10 out of 10.
Right.
But this, as a standalone movie, 8, and this compared to Infinity War, it's an 8. It's a
Right.
solid 8 out of 10. See it. It's worthwhile. See it 3 times. 4 would be a bit much.
Yeah, 4 is going to be a bit much. But ladies and gentlemen, that's our quick synopsis. I might come back and do another spoiler review later on, but we're out here. People are looking at us. We're about to have an audience, and we need to get our asses home. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like this video. Please comment, subscribe, go get yourself a life gain. Anything else, James? We wish we could have seen more Stan Lee too.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Stan Lee,
Yeah.
5 seconds on screen, maybe less.
5 seconds, man.
That also. Anything else, 9 out of 10. Yeah.
It's definitely an 8. Go see it. We'll catch you next time.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, but to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.